chosen ones, empaths, and all the genuine souls. It's actually amusing, right? If you dig a bit deeper, I think God or the universe is behind this whole deal, really, to sort of prepare you for what you know, the ordeal that you go through with the narcissist, with the abuse, with everything like that. And they go so full force in trying to destroy you. They actually overplay their hand, and it actually provides you with the necessary closure that you need. Now, I know you might be in the midst of this and you may be in a state of confusion. You might not fully be able to grasp what I'm saying, but I promise you, you'll get through it and you'll understand what I mean. What I'm saying to you is, if the narcissist had been coherent, reciprocal, transparent, truthful, most likely you'll still be engaged in this relationship with them, whether it's a family unit, friend, romantic relationship, whatever, colleague, associate. You would still be enmeshed with them had they just adopted certain decent qualities, but they can't. And they get this, they're just satiated by destruction and causing you pain and destroying you. So they go full pledge into that, in destroying you. But they're not thinking of the aftermath. They're not thinking about when they monkey branch to a new supplier and then the new supplier's a piece of shit, or the new supplier's a narcissist, or the new supplier's a psychopath. Like, you have to understand what the chosen one and the empath and the genuine soul has a profound effect upon a narcissist, to the point where they get delusional. They're delusional anyway, but they get very, very delusional. Okay, they start to believe that they can get this type of treatment wherever they go, from whoever they're around. That they deserve this type of treatment, and they don't base it at the values of you having a good moral compass and good value system and stuff like that. They don't base it at that initially. It's only after they overplay their hand, they fuck up, and then they realize, oh shit. Right? It was the chosen one empath and genuine soul that was actually providing sustenance. It was the chosen one empath and genuine soul that was actually providing them life support so they can function a lot better than they can function now. So it leaves them in this position where they've burnt the bridge. They've burnt the bridge, and what do? They've overplayed their hand. They've burnt the bridge. They've pushed you away. And it provided you the necessary closure, however hard it was you to grasp it. And some of you in the midst of that, like I said, but you will grasp the closure that you need from the situation. Okay, and that's why it comes down to like radical acceptance, like realizing that the relationship is over, that you deserve so much better, and that you shouldn't put up with that type of treatment at all, that you shouldn't put up with that type of abuse. And really, so there's like a step-by-step guide. It's radical acceptance, then you need to utilize no contact. Then you need to not get provoked by the baiting attempts when they start trying to promote the new supply or whatever like that, or new flying monkeys or whatever, and realize that they've just taken your trash away. Have an awareness and a knowing that the narcissist is keeping watch on you. They're keeping it hidden. They're keeping it very covert. They're covert narcissists, a lot of them. So they will be watching you secretly. Okay? And then you focus on your leveling up, right? You focus on your leveling up. They're going to be going through their own self-absorbed regret because they overplayed their hand. They don't feel satisfied with the way things worked out. They're going to become like a fiend for the grade A supply. Meanwhile, you're going lone wolf. You're focusing on your healing. You're doing all your stuff. Thank God, and for the discernment that now you have about these creatures and these cretins that exist in our world that try to infiltrate our lives. Okay? So really think about what I've said and understand what I mean by overplaying their hand. They did. This is why you were felt like you were banging your head against the wall and you were like, well, just sort it out, or you were trying to fix things and you were trying to do that, and God or the universe was saying, no, don't be a savior empath, don't be a captain save-a-hole. This narcissist is a dusty, their inability to be coherent, I think, is part of God's will. like their inability to be coherent, to not hear you out, because God doesn't really want you around them. Neither does the universe, your angels, your ancestors, whatever your belief system is, your higher self doesn't want you vibrating around someone like that, or people like that, because it can be groups of narcissists or toxic individuals, right? Doesn't want you around them. So allows them to overplay their hand to the point that you get pushed away, or you feel pushed away initially. Then you'll realize that it was actually you breaking free, and they were doing all this as an agenda, as an emotive, mixed signals. You went through so many mixed signals with the narcissist, so many mixed signals, that some of them you didn't even realize they were mixed signals. Like, some of these were subtle hoovers, okay? Initially, they were even doing it to try and keep you on board, to try and keep you plugged in, to try and keep you chapped in. You know what I'm saying? That's what they were doing, right? So they were trying to keep you there. But even meanwhile, this is getting confusing, but even meanwhile they're overplaying their hand and pushing you away, they were still giving you little breadcrumbs and things like that to try and confuse you. And oftentimes you're so hurt and devastated that you don't notice that they're doing that. But they know that. They're a parent. They know that. And what they realize now is, oh, their little petty attempt at a breadcrumbing and that didn't work on you. Because you must have had breadcrumbs, some sort of breadcrumbs, like mixed signals, breadcrumbs, this sort of shit, right? And it didn't work on you, but they'll feel invalidated by that because you didn't bite to the bait, right? Honestly, they're so messed up. They store everything in their minds. Everything. The empath, the chosen one, the genuine soul, is free, ever flowing, expressive, regulates their emotions through expression and truth and transparency and all of that. These narcissists are so bitter and twisted. They're so, they're gonna burst. They don't have, they're constantly pent up with all this negative energy, because they're containing all this evilness inside themselves, and that's why they lash out. That's why you see them unmasking. That's why you see these things, right? So just understand this overplaying the hand, the way that you were treated so badly, the way that you were disrespected, all of that, it actually works in your favor because it gives you the tools to finally let go. If this person was 50% or even a few percent less nasty, some of you might have still been enmeshed with them in the relationship or still wanted them, even if you were not together. But because they were so nasty, whether this was a friend, family unit, whatever, you've broke free from a family unit, or you broke free from a group of friends or a romantic relationship or whatever, like, if they were a bit less nasty, you might still be plugged into that. So it's something to think about. It's something to think about of why it was necessary for them to overplay their hand. And they do know they fucked up now. They're not proud of the way they acted. They're not proud, because it didn't do what they desired. They had a lot worse agenda for you than a lot of you realize, and I've touched on it in some of my early videos, but a lot of them wanted you off the face of this earth. They wanted you dead, they wanted you to do it to yourself, like have suicidal ideations. This is what I mean. So please keep strong. Anyone that's going through that, go for a walk. Anyone that's going through the depths of despair, I saw it in the comment section from someone recently as well. Go for a walk, get distracted. You see things outside, buildings, cars, grass, dogs, cats, whatever, people, just even if you're not engaging with people, you're just walking. By the time you come home, you'll feel okay again. If it's a safe time to go out for a walk, do it. Channel your energy into exercise. I know you don't feel like doing it, but it's very necessary to do it, right? Make a YouTube video, do something, right? Change your mind, change the thing. Don't orientate it around the narcissist. Many people I spoke to in sessions have gone on and made channels, so it's something you can think about too. But just understand what this means by them overplaying their hand. They do know they fucked up. Now they're in a position where they've burnt the bridge. They've overplayed their hand. They don't know how the hell to get back towards you, how to get you back on side, how to provoke you, how to do anything, And so just follow this step by step, right? Just accept it's over. Go into no contact. Any baiting attempts with a new supply, just look at it as like trash. Okay? Have an awareness and a knowing that they're watching. Focus on your leveling up. Have an awareness and a knowing that they're going through self-absorbed regret. Okay? Fiending for a greater supply that you are. You adopt the lone wolf strategy. Give praise to God. Work on leveling up and discernment and all of that, and discernment comes, right, from your experience. So anyway, thank you so much for listening today. I really appreciate the support. Please book a session if you'd like to. I'm now available 24 hours across all time zones. If you'd like to donate or support to the channel, you can. You don't have to, but if you'd like to, you can. Check out the spiritual channel for more content, and also check out Zion Music. Okay, the links for all you need are in the description box below. I just dropped the EP Ascension, from experience, from your experiences, from communicating with people in sessions and stuff, and I just composed something that will be like a structure to help you. And I don't think there's actually music out there that really speaks to you in that way. Might not be your genre, but appreciate, but if you do want to check it out, please do. So anyway, I'll be back with another video soon. Peace.